What's up, Panda Parade? It's the Master of Pandemonium, Kurraku Zero. Make sure you leave a like on this video and don't forget to subscribe. In today's video, I'll be going over my tier list of legendary creatures you can use for Brawl commanders in the upcoming Ikoria Lair of Behemoths expansion. A little note about this list, it's my personal opinion before release, and as we actually get cards in the arena, this list may change. But so far, this is what I think about the legendary creatures we're getting in Ikoria. How this list is structured is S tier I think will definitely see play, A tier may or may not see play depending on what is released, and B tier may never see play as a commander. I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. So first we have Broko's Apex of Forever. This card will definitely see play, especially in Sultai Reanimator Brawl decks. And I'm even thinking of revamping my list and putting Brokos in place of Yarok. Having this card in your graveyard makes it easier to cast for its mutate cost, effectively getting around the commander tax, which puts this card in S tier. Next we have Nathori, Apex of Death. This card made it to S tier because of its mutate ability. I was thinking this would be great in a self-milled deck, but lack of access to blue makes that impossible. Its redeeming quality is that it does have access to black and green, which can find its way to pull creatures with power 10 or less from your graveyard. Next on the list is Lunar, Apex of Wishes. This card also makes S tier due to its mutate ability. Being able to put cards directly onto the battlefield is huge. Since it does say non-land permanent, you have the option of putting instant and sorcery cards into your hand as well. The last card in S tier is Luris of the Dream Den. Most of the companion cards made it to B tier because they'd see better play as a companion rather than a commander. However, I feel like this card is the exact opposite. It's a 3-drop commander that lets you play any 2-mana spell cards from your graveyard. Since it's in Orzhov colors, we get a lot of reusable removal spells and creatures like Cruel Celebrant that can replay over and over from the graveyard. Jumping down to A tier, we have our first Apex monster not on S tier, and that's Vadrok, Apex of Thunder. It is wonderful that you can cast non-creature spells for free from the graveyard, but after looking at the cards available with mana cost 3 or less, this isn't really a game-changer card. Next we have Luca, Coppercoat Outcast. Its ability seems really good, but looking over the cards we have for Mono Red and Brawl, there are better cards that we can use for our Mono Red commanders. The same goes for Vivian, Monster's Advocate. I really wanted this card to be good, and it may be. However, with its high mana cost and low loyalty, I'm not sure if Vivian would see play as a commander, but it is a possibility. Kogla, the Titan Ape, seems really good, that it can fight creatures when it comes out and can destroy artifacts and enchantments when it attacks. The downfall is its mana ability, which really doesn't do you any good if you're looking at the available humans in mono green. Neural Kudro of Dranith I can see doing well since there are humans and creatures you can combo with him, like Luminous Broodmoth. It allows us to destroy big creatures for sacrificing 2 humans, but the downfall here is you have to build a decent board state before you can even do that. Deville, Bane of Monsters is a low-cost Golgari card. It does have Death Touch, which is good. However, I just don't see it being an effective and beneficial as a commander. I'm really torn about Godzilla as a commander. It's a 7/3 trample for 5 mana. However, I feel like its effect is kind of lackluster, given that a lot of good green cards have higher toughness and lower power. But red does have a few creatures with higher power than toughness, but really most creatures have equal power and toughness, so really as a commander it doesn't do much for us but be a big body when it comes out. The ability does, however, help itself out as its toughness is pretty low. And the last card on the A-list is Snapbacks, Apex of the Hunt. I was really torn on where to put this guy since it is a 3/5 with double strike and its mutate ability is pretty decent. I put it in the A tier because it's hard to tell right now whether this card is going to be really good or just okay as a Brawl commander. Next we have the B tier. These cards I expect to see no play as a commander, but that doesn't mean they don't have their uses. Most of them are companion cards and will probably see play as a companion, but not as a Brawl commander. The only exception is Yadaro Wandering Monster, which has a cycling cost which would be useless if we had it as a commander, plus there are way better mono red cards we can use as our commander. So that's my thoughts on the new legendaries as Brawl commanders. Do you agree or disagree? If you do disagree, what would you change? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Kurraku0, and I'll see you in the next video.